Edgar Berlanga, who is fighting Canelo on September 14.
Yeah, I did want to sign Berlanga, but he went with Eddie Hearn.
People don't understand, like, Eddie came from the UK. The UK, he came from another side of the fucking world.
14. Now he claims he has a whole country behind him.
Edgar Berlanga, who is fighting Canelo on September 14th after Oscar de la Hoya fired shots at Edgar Banga for claiming to be Porto Banga, has fired back at him for how desperate he was to get his signature years ago. See, yeah, I did want to sign Berlanga, but he went with Eddie Hearn. He claimed De La Hoya was only being bitter for him signing for Matchroom instead of Golden Boy promotion business people. Stan like Eddie came from the UK. He came from another side of the __. Music world ahead of his fight against Canelo Alvarez. Edgar Berlanga is clearly on a trolling spree, and he kicked off quite well during his pre-fight press conference with Canelo Alvarez. But he has now turned to Oscar de la Hoya, who made several attempts to woo him over to Golden Boy Promotions. After the expiration of his contract at Bob Arum's Top Rank, it turns out Edgar Banga began trolling Oscar La Hoya because he fired the first shot. Number 14 now. He claims he has a whole country behind him. Oscar and Canelo have possibly the most bitter feud in boxing, a feud that almost led to a brawl the last time they met. And while Edgar Berlanga was busy with Canelo Alvarez, he referred to Canelo's history with performance-enhancing medications and how it somehow led to his split with Golden Boy Promotions. Edgar, bro, you're from Brooklyn. I think I'm more Puerto Rican than you are. But before this, Oscar de la Hoya had earlier fired shots at Edgar Banga for claiming to be Puerto Rican. While he barely lived there, however, Berlanga has now insulted De La Hoya for coming at him despite chasing after him crazily last year. Bro, you're from Brooklyn. I think I'm more Puerto Rican than you are. Banga claimed Oscar de la Hoya was literally mad over him and went as far as leaking their chats. This happened after he had initially tweeted 10 weeks ago, "This fight will not do well on September 14th. Get off my head, Oscar de la Hoya. You were dying to sign me last year and flew in to sit down with me and was on my head. I might have a bag of coke for you." Music idiot. As for De La Hoya, Banga was more keen on making him appear bad after firing shots at him unprovoked, as De La Hoya had earlier wooed him into a Mexico versus Puerto Rico clash against Hey Mungia. Yeah, I did want to sign Berlanga, but he went with Eddie Hearn. He didn't only expose the chats, he exposed some of Oscar de la Hoya's public interviews, where he had repeatedly called out the undefeated fighter. Wait, but all I'm doing is speaking facts. As it last year, Oscar de la Hoya was determined to add Edgar Berlanga to the Golden Boy Promotions roster. The unbeaten super middleweight hit the free agent market early last year after nearly 4 years spent under the Top Rank banner. I'm doing is speaking facts, When I'm spitting the truth. The two sides parted ways on amicable terms just 1 month after Banga completed a 6-month suspension following a June 11th win over Alexis Angulo, where he was caught attempting to bite his opponent in the 9th round of an eventual unanimous decision victory. You guys can't come. What else can I say and do? I mean, you guys, that was just the truth. Not soon after Banga announced that he was free of any promotional restriction, De La Hoya began to name drop the New Yorker during interviews and on social media. I say and do, I mean, you guys, that was just the truth. The Hall of Fame former 6th Division champ continued his aggressive run, even while on site for an open media workout ahead of a Golden Boy show due to air on DAZN this Saturday from YouTube Theater in Inglewood, California. I did want to sign Berlanga, but I want to give a shout out to Berlanga. De Hoya told host Beto Duran, completely changing the subject after discussing this weekend's show and other upcoming Golden Boy events. Come talk to us or we'll fly at U-turn, and good luck to him. But I'm just speaking the facts. Berlanga signed with Top Rank in March 2019, 1 month prior to his 10th pro fight. His Top Rank debut came on an April 2019 card at Madison Square Garden in New York City, barely 30 minutes from his Brooklyn home base. And good luck to him. But I'm just speaking the facts. Thank you. Oscar Banga fought 11 times under the Top Rank banner, a run which included the extension of the streak of 16 consecutive first-round knockouts. To begin his career, the explosive run came to an end in April 2021 when Berlanga dropped Demon Nicholson 4 times, but was forced to settle for an 8-round unanimous decision victory. I say and do, I mean, you guys, that was just the truth. I did want to sign Berlanga, but the 25-year-old Boricoa has been extended the full distance in each of his last 4 starts though, while remaining a popular gate attraction, both in New York and Central Florida. Berlanga suffered an injury and a knockdown in an October 2021 points win over former title challenger Marcelo Coqueras in Las Vegas. Not only because the matchup is okay, but because they're going up against the UFC's debut at the Sphere wins over Steve Rolls. And then Angelo both at Mezgis Kundufier in 2022 failed to resonate beyond his hardcore fan base, even some of whom began to turn on the unbeaten boxer. They're going up against the UFC's debut at the Sphere in Las Vegas. There existed curiosity of when he would return to the ring upon the end of his suspension last December. However, the absence of his name from several rolled-out top-ranked dates in the first part of 2023 caused speculation that the two sides were no longer on the same page, with confirmation of an agreed-upon split revealed in mid-January. Now that's a spectacle that everyone and their mother has been waiting to see. Berlanga is managed by Keith Connolly, the 2019 Boxing Writers Association Manager of the Year, who enjoys strong relationships with several promoters, including Golden Boy. He's an exciting fighter who has had an exciting career with Top Rank. I respect Bob Arum for what he's done for his career, noted De La Hoya, who spent much of his Hall of Fame career with Top Ranked before forming his own company in 2002. Everyone and their mother has been waiting to see since it opened up about a year ago. For some reason, they parted ways. It's now time to move on. Hey, shout out to Banga. As for Banga split with top-ranked Bob Arum, said at the time that there were no hard feelings or anything of the sort since it opened up about a year ago, and who is funding it and making it all happen. We had a different philosophy, and we didn't want to hold him back. He is bound and determined to proceed at a pace that we don't think he's ready for. He thinks differently, and I wish him all the luck in the world. He's a nice young man. His father is a nice guy, but we just have a different philosophy of where he's going and who is funding it and making it all happen. Turkey Alesic, Canelo Alvarez, is about to lock horns with Edgar Berlanga on September 14th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The duo will fight for Canelo's World Boxing Association, World Boxing Organization, and World Boxing Council super middleweight titles in a fight that is being marketed as Mexico versus Puerto Rico. You know he went with Eddie Hearn, and good luck to him. But I'm just speaking the facts. This in the past has worked for Canelo extremely well. But Oscar De La Hoya seems to have an issue with Berlanga being identified as Puerto Rican for his Canelo Alvarez fight since he was born and raised in Brooklyn. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, guys. You see, Canelo took the Miguel Cotto fight in 2015 when he was being pressured for a fight against Kennedy Golovkin, and it turned out well for him. And not just him, Cotto's rivalry with Antonio Margarito produced two of the greatest fights in boxing history. However, is Berlanga at the same level as Cotto? Not really. Regardless, Oscar didn't miss this opportunity to take shots at music. Berlanga, well, Oscar De La Hoya never really had the best relationship with Canelo Alvarez to begin with. Ever since they separated in 2020, both parties have taken direct and indirect jabs at each other in public. However, now it seems Berlanga has been caught in the music crossfire. Edgar Berlanga, he claims he has the whole country Puerto Rico behind him. Edgar, bro, you are from Brooklyn. I think I am more Puerto Rican than you are, and I only lived there for 6 years, Oscar said in the latest edition of his Clapback Thursdays. He can continue. Puerto Rico doesn't claim you, bro. And as I said weeks ago, this fight will not do well on September Music 14th. The head of Golden Boy explained that it's not just because Canelo has picked a rather unknown opponent for himself, but also because of UFC 306, which is set on the same night just down the street from the MGM Grand. They are going up against the UFC's debut at the Sphere in Las Vegas. Now that's a spectacle that everyone and their mother have been waiting to see. Oscar added, it's hard to determine whether Oscar's hypothesis will come true or not, but there has undoubtedly been a rise in UFC's popularity, not to mention that Shah Ali is headlining the event. That takes me to Edgar Berlanga. However, one could say Oscar is a bit biased here since he signed a deal with Riyadh Season a while back to make the best fights happen, further proving the point. Oscar said in the video about the UFC event who is funding it and making it all happen. Turkey Al-Sheikh, in other words, Oscar's new business partner, who is fighting Canelo on September 14th now. He claims he has a whole country behind him. The chairman of the General Entertainment Authority recently announced that the Riyadh Season will sponsor the Noche UFC. It means Canelo will be in direct competition with Dana White, the UFC, and its fighters. And to top it all off, Turkey Al-Sheikh. However, Berlanga isn't the only one.